It begins like any ordinary hotel check-in. A young woman walks into the historic Cecil Hotel in downtown Los Angeles. She looks like any other solo traveler. Petite, with black hair, a curious gaze, and a backpack that seems almost too heavy for her shoulders. Her name is Elisa Lam, a 21-year-old student from Vancouver, Canada, traveling alone across the West Coast. Her destination, California. Her goal, adventure. Her mistake, maybe checking into the Cecil. February 2013. The hotel lobby cameras capture Elisa entering the building, smiling, texting, checking in. She was active on social media, Tumblr mostly. Her posts were poetic, artistic, slightly melancholy, a mix of curiosity and chaos, and that duality would come to define the days ahead. She was last seen alive on January 31st, just hours after calling her family to check in, and then silence. No calls, no texts, no posts, no Elisa. Her parents knew something was wrong. They contacted LAPD. A search began. Officers combed through the hotel, sniffed through her room, checked the corridors, but there was no sign of Elisa until the guests began to complain. The water from the hotel faucets had changed, dark, murky, with a strange taste. Some even said it smelled off. And on February 19th, 2013, hotel maintenance workers made a horrifying discovery. Elisa's body, floating naked inside one of the rooftop water tanks. Let's rewind. The Cecil Hotel isn't just any hotel. It's infamous, known for its dark history, suicides, overdoses, murders. It was the temporary home of serial killer Richard Ramirez in the 80s. It's where Elizabeth Short, the Black Dahlia, was rumored to have had a drink before being murdered. And now it had another tragic tale. Elisa's body was found in a sealed tank on the roof, behind a locked door, and up a ladder few ever climbed. The tank was heavy. The lid alone took effort to remove. So how did she get in? That's when the elevator video, surf, one of the last recordings of Elisa alive, came from a surveillance camera inside the hotel's elevator. The footage is eerie, unsettling, and has been viewed over 100 million times on YouTube. In the video, Elisa steps into the elevator, presses several buttons, and waits. The door doesn't close. She peeks out, steps back in, hides in a corner, then steps out again. Her hands wave erratically, as if talking to someone, or something, unseen. Her movements are jerky, confused, almost unnatural. She looks terrified. And then, she's gone. Theories exploded. Was she on drugs? The toxicology report said no. Only her prescribed medications for bipolar disorder were present. No alcohol, no recreational drugs. Was it mental illness? Elisa had been diagnosed with bipolar disorder and depression. Some speculated she was experiencing a psychotic episode, possibly triggered by stress or medication imbalance. But even then, how did she physically get into the tank? Some believe she was chased, possibly assaulted, and her body hidden to avoid detection. But there were no signs of trauma, no bruises, no wounds, no evidence of assault. Was it supernatural? That's where things get darker and weirder. The Cecil Hotel, already drenched in urban legend, became a magnet for supernatural speculation. People claimed Elisa was possessed, controlled by a demonic entity, or lured to her death by the building itself. Conspiracy theorists drew wild connections, from her Tumblr posts to the movie Dark Water, where a girl dies in a rooftop tank, to even suggesting links to biowarfare cover-ups. Ridiculous, right? Except no one could explain how she got inside that tank, alone from the inside. The official cause of death? Accidental drowning, with bipolar disorder listed as a significant factor. But the internet wasn't satisfied. Neither was the public, and certainly not her family. The hotel's layout added to the mystery. The door to the rooftop was alarmed. If opened, it would have triggered a loud siren heard throughout the building. No alarms were reported. So, either the alarm didn't work, or someone let her in. The autopsy also raised questions. Her clothes, which were found floating beside her, showed no signs of struggle. The coroner delayed the release of the report for weeks, adding fuel to the suspicion. So what really happened? Theory 1. Psychotic break. This is the most widely accepted theory. Elisa, unmedicated or undermedicated, had a mental breakdown. Disoriented, she accessed the roof, climbed into the tank, thinking it was a hiding place, and couldn't get out. Tragic, but possible. Theory 2. Accidental death with negligence. She was exploring, got lost, somehow reached the tank, slipped, and drowned. Still, how did she lift the lid? Why didn't anyone hear or see her? Theory 3. Homicide. Someone followed her, forced her up, and dumped her body. Maybe a hotel employee, maybe. Theory 4. Something else entirely. Some believe Elisa was part of a bigger scheme, targeted, eliminated, and silenced. Theories stretch into government mind control, rituals, and hotel cover-ups. The truth? We may never know. Elisa's case has become one of the most iconic internet mysteries. Netflix released a documentary in 2021. Reddit threads still buzz with updates. Amateur sleuths continue to analyze the elevator video frame by frame, hoping for a clue. But her family, they just wanted answers. Closure, peace. Instead, they got a nightmare, played out in headlines and hashtags. And maybe that's the darkest part of the story. Not the mystery, not the elevator footage, not even the haunted hotel, but the simple, tragic fact that a brilliant, bright young woman went looking for adventure and instead found death in a city full of noise, silence, and shadows. Elisa Lam will always be remembered, not just for how she died, but for how we may never know why.